What's going on, party people? We're back with another commentating set for Babymonochrome. That is right, and we're actually taking a look at my round one match here against Valin. I'm, of course, McFleury, and in this match, I'm Big Dog McDog, and Valin is Glock Boy there on the opposing side here. And you're going to want to stick around for this. This was a pretty funny match, pretty interesting match. And yeah, and I mean, just from the record, I'm not a Little Cup player at all, or a black and white Little Cup player at all, but I signed up for this tournament and I had a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun in this match too. Actually, I recorded this at 6, or I had this battle at 6 in the morning this morning, so I haven't actually rewatched any of the replays since then, but yeah, you're gonna want to stick around for this, because this was an interesting set, I think. And kudos to Valin as well. They definitely put up a heck of a fight here. And yeah, I mean, we'll get into it here. So game one, I'm bringing a team with a Scarf Dino that empty passed me just a few days ago in my other Discord server. And yeah, it has T-Wave on it too, and actually puts in quite a bit of work in this match. I've got a Porygon, which is just kind of a good, kind of mixed, bulky Pokemon. A Chinchou, this one had Volt Absorb. Actually, no, this one might have Water Absorb, actually. A Ferroseed just to set up spikes and Stealth Rocks. A Mindfu. I can't remember if this is a slow or a fast Fu. Can't remember. And then a Drifblim, which is kind of your win con on this team to get off in Acrobatics and get the Unburdened Speed Boost. And then, I'm going to say Glock Boy. Valin bringing a Mindfu of their own. Very offensive team. An Abra, which you gotta think is maybe Choice. Not Choice. What's it called? Focus Sash. A Diglett, very, very offensive team, right? Diglett, you got the Ghastly, Staryu to spin away hazards as well, and a Porygon of their own, so got a little defensive core there with the Mindfu and the Porygon, just like I do. And yeah, I'll get into this match here. Again, I can't quite remember how everything went down, but I'll do my best here. So I lead Mindfu, they lead Ghastly. I'm looking to get out of here, so I go into my Chinchou here, take to Shadow Ball. This is just under half. It's Life Orb, Ghastly, and they switch out. Probably don't want to get T-Waved, as they, actually, I went for the Surf here. Why did I go for Surf? Oh, I went for Surf just in case they wanted to trap me with Diglett. And they make the right play going into Porygon here, just because, even if this is Volt Absorb, like, that's still a pretty good switch, right? I mean, if you're going to let something take the Para, might as well be Porygon. But I went for Surf just thinking maybe he'd make the bold play and bring in Diglett, because if he does bring in Diglett on that turn, then I'm trapped and I'm dead. I'm dead to an Earthquake, right? So, yeah, anyways. Switching to Ferroseed here to take a T-Wave. And this is where things get a bit interesting. I go for Rocks here, get Parad. And then they set up their own Rocks. I get Parad. I was kind of alternating between Bullet Seed and Stealth Rocks. I can't remember what I clicked on each turn, but the point is that I get paralyzed again here. And then I live the next Earthquake and get paralyzed again. So that's 4 paras in a row, I believe. And to be honest, like, I don't know how much that mattered. I mean, it would have been nice to get up Hazard. It would have been nice to take out this Diglett, especially since that creates a bit more of a window for some of my other Pokemon. But at the same time, I don't know. Valin had a lot of momentum in this game, so I don't know how much it mattered. It sucked, and I do get a little bit of revenge hacks later on, so I ain't gonna complain about the paras there, because I don't know how much it mattered. But let me know in the comments. Let me know at the end of this game here. Let me know if you think that mattered quite a bit. So I'm gonna switch in Porygon here just to beat this Diglett 1v1. I Arena Trap it. They go for Beat Up. We're gonna live that quite comfortably. It's not doing too much. They do the big crit on the 5th hit there. And I go for Tri Attack, which doesn't quite knock it out. And then I think I click Recover on the next one here, knowing they're just going to die to the next Life Orb hit anyways. They got another crit, but we still get back up to 60% here, so it could have been worse. Mindfu switches in, clicks Knock Off. I was expecting them to click High Jump Kick, so I stayed in and just wanted to paralyze this thing. And then go for Psychic here, as they get fully parried, so there's the first little bit of revenge hacks there. Finish it off with another Psychic here. I didn't really feel like I had a solid switch into that Mindfu. Just let Porygon go here to a Sludge Bomb as I bring in Dino here. This is the first of many appearances of Dino in this game. Porygon's a switch in here. Takes that Draco Meteor quite comfortably, and it's an important benchmark that I go back to when I switch this thing in later. Let Mindfu take the Ice Beam as I click Knock Off, expecting either the Ghastly to come in or knock off the Violite on the Porygon. Switching in Dino here on the Ghost type move. Take it pretty well. Honestly, not as well as you'd like, even though that thing doesn't have its Life Orb anymore. Draco Meteor on the Star. You're going to switch out here, though. I don't want to take an Ice Beam, so I'm going to Chinchou as I actually click Recover. And then they know we're not Volt Absorb, so they just go for T-Ball, and we get out of there. I do 57%. Dino coming back in. That thing's in range of Draco Meteor, so I just click it, knock it out. But they can bring in anything else pretty safely here. They go with Abra. So we go into the Fu here. Abra clicks Hidden Power Fighting, most likely, as neutral damage. Then click Protect on the Fake Out. Good play. That's why you run Protect on Abra, so you can preserve your Sash and take the Fake Out. I go into the Dino on the Psychic here, and then I think I just click Draco Meteor again here, and that's what I do. Not quite enough to take out that Porygon after a drop, so I switch into Mindfu here, as they're probably just going to click Recover, yep. And click Knock Off here, finally get rid of that thing's a Violite, and we let Mindfu take the T-Wave, and Ghastly comes in. We get fully paralyzed, unfortunately. I think I clicked Knock Off again there, but who knows. Sack Chinchou at this point. And it's not looking good for us. Switching Dino. Dino's running out of switch-ins here. They switch Porygon in. And yeah, Rocks would have been nice. Just they're getting all these safe switch-ins. We miss a Draco. I just click it again here. Just 50 after the Violet. So, I mean, we could have knocked out that Porygon if we didn't miss the first one. So, you know, as I re-watched this, I mean, I definitely got the short end of the stick with the hacks in this game here. Click Knock Off on the Ghastly. And then just let Mindfu take the Shadow Ball. Gets a drop, which is like, okay, not that it's going to matter against an Abra anyways. I just sack Mindfu because I don't really know what else to bring in here. Dino's last switch in here, I just have to, I don't even know what I click, maybe Earth Power, but I click HP Fighting, just try to brute force through this Porygon, maybe get a crit, but they can just kind of recover spam here, and yeah, I don't think, and they T-Wave us. So, I mean, I don't know, we got to dodge Para now, too. Oh, we got Para there, so this is definitely game. I don't know, I need a Mega Crit or something. I don't know how to get through with Drifblim. Yeah, we needed a crit there, but even then, I mean, like, Abra's got the Sash. If that thing is Shadow Ball, it's done anyways, so... Yeah, Valin taking game one. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I remember when the battle happened, I wasn't too upset because I was like, okay, he had all the momentum. And I did feel like he had a lot of momentum too. Rocks would have been nice. You know, I mean, that's the whole Ferrothorn interaction. It's like, what are you going to do, right? But stay tuned because this match still gets a lot more interesting. So let's check out game two. All right, here we go. Game two. Myself versus Valin here. So I'm bringing a different team here. This is actually a sample team from the Little Cup server, from the Black and White Little Cup server. I can't remember how old it is. It was made by either ISS, is that how you say it, or Philly? I don't know. I don't know, but one of those guys made it. And has a Clamperl on it. I really like Clamperl quite a bit. I mean, it's with the Deep Sea Tooth, that's the item. This thing hits like crazy high special attack stat. I think it's 35, which is a very big power level in this tier. So yeah, big fan of Clamperl, and it gets Shell Smash. I think that's important to add. And then I've got a Mindfu. I've got a Natu, which unfortunately doesn't really get to put in too much work in this battle. And you can see that Valin's not really spamming hazards in this match outside of maybe Rocks. So Natu not really doing too much. Not that you want to switch a Natu into these two things anyways, depending on what move they click. Yeah, I've got a Diglett. Can't quite remember what this is. It might have been a Violite. I can't remember. I've got this Ghastly, which I know is a Violite. More on that later. And then we've got the Deep Sea Tooth, Clamperl, and a Porygon. Valin bringing, yeah, pretty interesting team. You got the Mindfu and Archeops. Is it Arkin? Arkin. My bad, Arkin. Which is a cool Pokemon. You got to think you want to get that thing under half HP. And this thing was kind of a problem in this match too, I'm not going to lie. Diglett, Ghastly, another Staryu, and another Porygon again in this match. And yeah, let's just get into it. So I lead Ghastly, they lead Mindfu. Advantage for me. I click sub here thinking maybe they'll switch out Fear and a Will-O-Wisp, but they actually just click knockoff. Doesn't even break the sub, and then I get off the Will-O-Wisp. Just kidding, I missed the Will-O-Wisp, as they can break our sub with a U-turn, so another unfortunate miss for myself. I expected this thing to maybe Pursuit, so I actually stayed and just burned this thing. And actually after the burn, I think we have a good chance of living another Pursuit, and we do here. And I can actually get off a big hit here and just knock this thing out straight up. So Diglett's been dealt with. I feel like I started this game pretty well. I missed sucked, but whatever. I'm bringing in Porygon on the Staryu to take the Scald. No burn, thankfully. And I think I clicked T-Wave. Yeah, T-Wave on the Mindfu here. I was expecting them to switch, and then they get fully parried, so that's nice. And then they click Fake Out. I'm trying to remember why. Maybe because I don't know, maybe it counteracts our Fake Out somehow. I don't know. Either way, or maybe to preserve PP, I don't know. They get off a high jump kick. We get off on ourselves too after knocking off their Violet. But then we drop, so they get the roll there too. I took some time to think about this. I decided to go into Ghastly and just knock this thing out with an HP Fighting rather than Shadow Ball, just in case they go Porygon. I get a burn off on the Arcan before sacking this thing. And I bring in Clamburl here, and I feel like this is the moment of truth. We get the Rattle speed boost here, and boom, Shell Smash time. And this Clamperl is actually packing HP Electric, so we can deal with this Staryu one shot. We can deal with this Arcan as well. They get a quick attack, but it's not doing a whole lot, especially with that burn. Get the Surf off. We're going to outspeed Ghastly. Ghastly's a very frail Pokemon, so not going to take a Surf. And surprisingly, takes out Porygon from full HP. Oh, well, a crit, right, there's a crit there. Then again, I mean, Surf into Diglett would have gotten the job done there, you'd think. So, yeah, I mean, that crit at the end, like, you know, whatever. But, yeah, Clamperl getting the job done here. And Calmine75 going nuts in the chat. And you know what? Like, you guys know how things go on the McFleury channel. If we can get a single win in a match, it's like I mean, that's such a moral victory right there, you know. So yeah, as far as I'm aware, this match has been won because I won a game. I'm just kidding, but it does feel good to have won a game, but I only just tied it. We got a game 3 ahead of us here. All right, game 3. Now I gotta admit, this is the interesting one. And what's really funny about this match is I feel like experienced Little Cup players, not even Black and White Little Cup, I feel like experienced Little Cup players will have a totally different perspective of this match than people tuning into this video and not having much Little Cup experience at all, because one of these two players makes, I don't know, a pretty big blunder. And I mean, I'm not going to say which player, it might have been myself, but it's just, yeah, this match was an interesting one because you'll see, I feel like an experienced player will already kind of know what could be in the back from, well, I'm just going to say it, I definitely made a big mistake in this match, and you'll see later on. But yeah, no, it's this is an interesting one. I've already spoiled enough of it here, but let's get into it. So I'm bringing the same team. I kind of regret that. I mean, I think the Clamperl might have caught Valin off guard. It was a little bit bold of me to bring the same team. I just know, it just felt right. I don't know. That Clamperl sweep felt so good. I just wanted to recreate it. And then Valin obviously loading up a different team here. I still got the Porygon, still got the Archeops, still got the Ghastly as well, but also bringing a Chinchou, a Volibee, and an Abra to this one. And obviously my team's designed around the Clamperl sweep, so I'm looking at dealing with that Chinchou early, because if it's Water Absorb or Volt Absorb, that could be a problem, right? Because my only two attacking moves are Surf and HP Electric, and finding a way to break the sash of that Abra that has Magic Guard, right? So that's kind of what's in my head here, is like, okay, I gotta punch through, I gotta get hit off on that Abra and hopefully deal with the Chinchou. That was what was in my mind the whole time here. So yeah, let's get into it. Pretty funny match here. So Ghastly lead from Valin, Ghastly lead from me. I switch out. I don't have the cojones to stay in here, as they just go for the Shadow Ball, risking the speed tie. and then switch out into their own Porygon as I click probably T-Wave. Yes, get the para off on the Porygon here. I switch into my Foo to take a para, and hopefully get a knockoff on something. They go into Volibee here. We get the knockoff. Cool. Weak Armor boost, get the speed boost there. It's just +1 in this generation. And I bring in Porygon here, trace the weak armor, take the knockoff. Just kind of wanted to see what kind of Volibee I'm dealing with. I maybe was thinking about paralyzing it just in case it was like Nasty Plot or something. U-turns out of there. We are a very fast Porygon now. And I click T-Bolt, revealing that it's Volt Absorb. And then I go into Mind Fu here to take the Pump. And again, the roll, we're not taking the second one there. So, but I can bring in Diglett here and just knock this thing out because I know Chinchou's a threat to our Clamperl, so I just want that thing dealt with. And we're actually a Life Orb Diglett on this team. Going to Porygon, almost kind of a sack at this point, but we are faster now with the weak armor boost. No, we're not, actually. No, just kidding. Knocks out with a Brave Bird on the follow-up, so Porygon is slow. Bringing Ghastly here, I'm going to rewind a bit, so that might seem like kind of a crazy move, but I'm just sort of thinking like, okay, this is a physically offensive Volibee. Maybe I can threaten this thing with a Will-O-Wisp. That was kind of my mindset here. Because if they Will-O-Wisp us, we're taking those hits a bit better. Knockoff doesn't do nearly as much damage as it does in later generations either. It's only like base 20, I think, in this gen. Maybe base 40 with the item, but the point is, I mean, this Ghastly is going to take a knockoff quite well if this thing is burned. So I bring it in just to threaten the Will-O-Wisp as Porygon comes out, and I click Sub here just in case, knowing we outspeed. And HP Fighting's doing decent damage, but yeah, we're just gonna try to punch through this thing, maybe get a crit, maybe get a full para, and unfortunately, we don't get either. They can recover off that damage. Still just trying to go for a crit or a para. We need one of those, and that's kind of what I'm fishing for here. They go for the Ice Beam eventually, and do we get it this time? We don't here, and we get it here. Yes, we finally get the full para there. We can deal with the Porygon. Porygon's gone. Ghastly is low though. Abra comes out. This thing can outspeed us. I go to Natu here. Take the Psychic. Doesn't take it all as well as I would have thought. This thing has Charge Beam, but we can actually break the Sash. That was another thing I really wanted to do to set up the Clamperl sweep here. And then I could trap this thing with the Doug. I was super psyched about this because I was like, okay, Clamperl sweep's coming. It's coming. I mean, we're in such a good position here. This Diglett has Memento too. So if we can get the Memento off on the right turn, we really set ourselves up for a Clamperl sweep. So Volibee comes out here. I switch to Natu just as a sack here. Take the Brave Bird. And is it time? I think it's time. Yeah. Oh, no. I go to Ghastly first. I want to burn this thing and just really make sure we can get this Clamperl sweep off. So we burn it, sack the Ghastly. Here we go. Memento time. We got this thing. We got it. Okay, we're setting up the sweep here. It's happening. It's going down. They've got Taunt, so we can't get off the Shell Smash. And they can just U-turn out of here. Now, we do get a speed boost, but yeah, we're not... I mean, we can take out the Arcan, but we're not getting through the Ghastly at full HP. They just click T-Bolt, knock us out. Clamperl's not bulky enough to take that, especially without a Violet, so... That was just like, of course this thing has Taunt. That didn't even... Like, this whole battle, that didn't even come across my brain at all. Like... Such a big rookie mistake on my part. I mean, like, I'm sure I know from covering different, like, Little Cup matches, especially in Babymonochrome Revival 1, I'm like, how could I forget this thing gets friggin' Taunt, man? Especially since this is, you know, this is very much a support Volibee. I mean, what's that last move gonna be? I don't know what happened. I mean, I maybe should have tried to set up that sweep on some other Pokemon. I mean, I feel like Valin knew this the whole time. And kudos to Valin for not revealing Taunt at any other point. Kudos to Valin for not revealing Taunt knowing this is a Will-O-Wisp Ghastly, you know, and they could have revealed it then. I like to give Valin some credit and just be like, you know, they knew that I was going to be a cheeky little bastard here and go for the Shell Smash sweep. So they wanted to make sure they had Volibee in when I went for that. So, I mean, kudos to Valin. Just a hilarious blunder on my part. I honestly, I can't even be upset. This is a good match. Interesting way to start my day, because, yeah, this is at like 6 in the morning for me before going to work. So, yeah, all the best to Valin going forward. I move on to the losers bracket. I can't remember if I mentioned that in the first commentating match, but this is double elimination, so I'm not done yet. So you're gonna see me in the next round here in the losers bracket. But Valin staying in the winners bracket here to take on whoever, you know, and I'm gonna cover as many of these matches as I can. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. This is a fun match, a fun one to commentate, and be sure to like, subscribe, and all of that. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.